The time has come. The time has come. Bittersweet, but it's here. So the last reaction that I did with Diana Ankudinova was the reveal, where all the judges and America and the world, I should say, who watched the show got to see who was the mystery singer, and they found out it was Diana Ankudinova. So it was so cool. She should be very proud of herself that she did an amazing job of not only singing and performing well, but eluding the judges all the way to the end. So that's really, really cool. So this one is the last one of the Avatar that I'm going to react to. And this is backstage, seeing the whole process and everything Diana did to make this character come into fruition and everything like that. So this, I sure will be exciting to see. Let me know down in the comments if you haven't already, which was your favorite episode and song that she did. If you have a favorite episode, and were you as sad as I am sad now of knowing that this is now the end? It's been fun being on this journey of the Avatar, seeing Diana completely out of her element, doing something with a little bit of mischievousness and being really comical and stuff about it. She must have enjoyed all of this. Plus, I would imagine being a very iconic musician where everybody knows you, or so many people know you rather, that you get a chance to be disguised. It kind of gives the musician a little break themselves. You know, I would imagine some musicians, let's say you go to like the mall or a regular local store, maybe you don't always want to have people bombard you and ask for autographs. Sometimes you might just want to be low key. Well, this is completely low key. Nobody knew who she was. I know some of you said you thought and realized it was her. You had your own good guess at a certain episode. But overall, the main thing, the judges didn't guess, because that would have just ended right there, her fun. So she got to play it to the end. So yeah, this is going to be fun. So this is the background and everything like that. Since this is not a music video, I will pause it periodically if something pops up in my head based on what I see and hear. So don't zippity doo that to the end. And thank you for everybody who's been part of the journey with me through all the episodes of Avatar with Diana. I really appreciate your support, your education, your comments. Most of your comments were amazing. About 99.9% of your comments were educational. They were funny. They were appreciative, and I really, really appreciate that. Of course, there's always that one tiny little percentage that send basic comments that don't mean anything. They just try to stir the pot. But that doesn't work here. Tazzz doesn't deal with, trolls in that instance. There's a few always everywhere. But anyway, enough talk about them. Let's get to some fun videography, I guess, of backstage. And hold on and wait then until Tazzz reacts.
А не может быть Карина Кокс?
Кстати, может быть. Все-таки.
А Асия не может быть?
Может быть.
А это Савичева не может быть?
Может быть.
Представляем первую группу аватаров.
То не естся, то не спится, то всю ночь кошмар мне снится. Не могу определиться, кто ты, кто же ты, жар-птица.
Привет. В общем, дела обстоят так, что у меня только что был экзамен по вокалу в ГИТИСе. Поэтому я такая красивая. Вот, и я сразу же сюда. Сейчас у нас будет первая репетиция. Не понимаю вообще, кому я это записываю. Буду ли я делать влог какой-то? Или не буду. Ну, короче. Вам же все равно что-то интересное, да? Я типа в костюме, поняли? маски. А я вот
Oh, her mom.
первый день съемок. Первая съемка.
I'm pausing it right there. Oh, that was cool that her mom was there. Like, I don't know if her mom comes to a lot of the events that she has. Tell me down in the comments. I like to know. But that's cool that she got to be a part of this experience. I also love that this is clear and I can see it so crystal clear. I know because of YouTube and YouTube jail, you know, that's why Kostas had to alter it, which I'm so grateful for, which I've already told him many times, because that allowed me to send it through so more people can see it. YouTube and the labels need to understand that, you know, reactors are here. Well, most reactors are here. I can't speak for everybody. I'm here to help to support the musicians, to gain them extra exposure in virtual land, so hopefully more people can find them and see them. Either find them for the first time and say, oh, I never heard of Diana before. Now I like her. Or if you already know her and follow her, you just get to reminisce. So thank you again, Kostas, for allowing the videos, altering them so they could go through. You did also tell me yourself down in the last comment of the other reaction that this one hopefully should not be blocked because you fixed it in a certain way where some other reactors, I think you said, got it through. So I hope so. But if not, we'll just have to do what we have to do to get it through. So anyway, this is exciting, getting to see her behind the scenes. And I saw those little white beads or whatever on her. I know what those are. That records your body movement and stuff on the green screen, because they do that for video games too. If anybody likes Mortal Kombat, I do. Some of the characters wore those as well, so that made me just think about that. All right, let's get back into this.
Спит над рекою белый дым, застыла сонная вода, туман над будущим моим, не отыскать нигде следа.
спит над рекою белый дым.
Кадышева какая-то.
Сонная вода. Скользит ночи по воде, пересекая лунный свет.
Спит над рекою белый дым. Ага, сонная. Спит над рекою белый дым, застыла сонная вода, туман над будущим моим, не отыскать нигде следа. Да.
И плывет ночью в далечной воде, одинокая я стою на берегу.
Oh, that is so cool seeing the behind the scenes. So seeing her do her voiceover separately, because I didn't know if she was singing as she was dancing, you know, to make everything complete. So she was doing her vocals separately, which was cool to see. And to see her, it's something. She didn't sound like her normal voice, but then she still sounded great. That's the other thing that we love about her. Like, she didn't sound bad, because you would think if a musician, if a vocalist alters their voice, you would think it would sound worse because that's not their normal voice, but she just masterfully did it well. So to actually see like her mouth movement and to hear it and then to see it match with her character, I like that. And I just love this clearness. I wish it was all able to be clear, but I know it couldn't for, you know the reasons. But it's nice for me to, for the first time, to see it crystal clear with the backup dancers and then seeing the judges like get all into the dancing and stuff. That was fun to see. All right, so let's get back into it. Here we go. I like this song.
Честно сказать, все так быстро происходит, что я не успеваю вам снимать. Мы только что сняли 3-ю программу уже сняли. Вот. И я настолько хорошо все сделала. Жар-птица настолько хорошо все сделала, что меня сразу отпускают. Вот. И есть такой прикол. Когда тебя открывают, ты выходишь на сцену, и ты должен быть красивый. Ну, типа, это же не маска. Да, можно? И такой прикол, что я костюм не брала еще ни разу, потому что мне кажется, что рано. И потому что за ними откуда-то ехать. Мне проще не выходить, чем ехать за костюмом. Не выходить из шоу. Все, всем пока. Больше не приду, больше не приду, больше не приду. Снегири-нигири улетят, снегири-нигири не заплачешь, и мечты такие улетят. Снегири-нигири, ты же знаешь, снегири-нигири улетят, снегири-нигири не заплачешь, и мечты такие улетят. Снегири-нигири, ты же знаешь. Пришел навстречу для того, чтобы присмеяться.
Не может быть все идеально.
Друзья.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just like I was mesmerized and fascinated with her voice during each episode, there's something extra special hearing part of the song again, but visually seeing her face singing the song. Like that last song that she was just singing, like beautiful. And to me, I can say what makes the song even extra beautiful is when, like me, you don't even know what she's saying because I don't know that language without subtitles, but to still being able to appreciate it and love it, and it still makes you feel something good inside, to me is an extra special thing about a vocalist such as Diana Ankudinova. Do you know what I mean? Like, can you agree? Like, are there any songs that you've heard in another language that you didn't know what they were saying, but still the feeling that the song gave you when they sang it still felt magical? That's what I'm talking about. Tell me if you agree. It's just nice to see this whole side-by-side process and everything like that. So I'm glad that they did that. And then I thank you again, Quostas, for providing this. So I'm excited. Wow. So let's see what else I get to see for the first time. Here we go.
Я решила, что надо заснять its tour. I don't know, maybe, but it's not. Что я несу? Я несу тортик. Да, тортик я несу. В общем, короче, во-первых, мне поменяли гримерку, потому что так гримерка была очень маленькой, жаркой. И как только я сказала, типа, ой, здесь так душно, сегодня, пожалуйста, все, на следующий день, поэтому мне поменяли гримерку, она теперь у меня большая. Вот такая вот гримерка. Единственный минус — это дверь, которая, когда открывается, видно все. Причем видно, если я вот туда сяду, еще хуже видно. Здесь тоже видно. Короче. Ну, конечно.
Ты ночной кошмар, что растаял утром. Я по-прежнему красива, хоть казалось, что умру. Между нами ты взлётный горячий мост. Пусть со мной так сложно было, но и ты, пацан, не прост. Но очень жалко твою новую девчонку. Я не ревную, правда, я жар пустила. Ждёшь опять издалека и потихоньку. Посмотришь сторис, даже лайки закрутила. Понеслась опять за мной. Так было сотни раз, пока я не остыла. Ты не понял при последнем разговоре. Я поумнела и не просто разлюбила. Поваром пьяному горе, что же ты, парень? Утром под дождем босиком. Поваром я твоя кора, я твоя карма. Ты найдешь в ту прямую тибаш, ты подхватил меня забрала. Но это вновь не я умерла. Поваром пьяному горе, что же ты, парень, снова вспоминаешь о том, как мы гуляли.
Уважаемая жар-птица, а вы часто выступаете на сцене?
Не, ребята,
Кого-то-
она давно
кого-то
на сцене.
напоминает. Нет,
Она
да.
давно на сцене.
Уважаемые артисты, как вы относитесь к модераторам? Ну, на Володе тоже, кстати, модератор.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, I love that side by side. Seeing the mopap or whatever they call it, mocap or those balls things at the same time, and even her stance. Like I took that for granted. Like she wasn't just when it was time for the judges to talk to her after the song was done. She didn't just stand still like statuesque. She had this fluidity with her where she slowly like drifted and stuff. Her hand movement slowly moved. And I never really paid attention to that. Well, plus I didn't see it fully clearly, but seeing it there. So like seeing behind the scenes, that's what she's really doing in her mocap, I'm calling it, outfit. I just loved it. The tiniest little details. So that was really cool to see. Wow. That wasn't one of my favorite songs of hers. But she just did it so well as far as she was engaging and you saw the judges' faces like, wow, and she was in tune. So, but yeah, so this is really cool to see all these different layers of behind the scenes. And the joy on her face, her smiling and stuff like that. I'm also glad that she got a bigger dressing room, and I liked how she was clever enough to put a mirror behind her, so if anybody opens the door, you can't see her. I was wondering if the entire people who work at Avatar were clueless of who she was, but it did show when like she was doing the mocap stuff like earlier, and some of the people around her, she had her face showing, so they knew who she was, like the director or whatever of her movement. So I guess maybe they had to sign an NDA or something that they wouldn't reveal or tell anybody who she was. Cause, I'm not sure if the Masked Singer from one episode, somebody had said something like nobody knew who they were. Like not even Nick Cannon knew, not any of the directors came, like they were fully covered up their face the entire process. So yeah, so that was interesting. So let's get back into this.
I let it fall. Прям мультяшным таким. I let it fall. I let it fall. My heart, and as it fell, you rushed on claiming it was done.
Look at their faces.
And I was over until you kiss my lips and you say me. My hands, they're strong, but my knees will fall too weak to stand in your arms without falling to your feet. But there's a side to you that I never knew had the things You'll say there will never too hard against. You'll play, you would always win, always win.
Седьмая программа, кажется.
See, her face isn't covered.
Не оставляй меня среди холодных стен, среди чужих измен. Не отпускай меня, не оставляй меня. Ага, да. Угу. Не оставляй меня без своего тепла, в сердце любовь храня. А там не скажи. В сердце любовь храня. Вот так ты спела? В сердце любовь храня. Любовь храня. В сердце любовь храня. В сердце любовь храня. Тепла. В сердце любовь храня.
Короче, ребятки, мне очень скучно. И я не знаю, чем заняться. И у меня сегодня последняя репетиция на этом проекте. Финальная. Это финал. Мы дошли до финала. Вот сейчас меня будут одевать. Ну, точнее, я сейчас сама оденусь. Там типа штаны, кофта, накладки на обувь, потом шапка. И все это облепливается всякими липучками, чтобы камера фиксировала скелет. Всем привет! Мы сегодня снимаем финал. И это первый номер. Я, естественно, подготовилась.
I had to pause it there. Like, they gave her such a basic dressing room. Like, when she said she's bored because she's been confined in there for hours, that just for some reason has hurt my heart, because I'm like, damn, I don't see a TV in the background. I don't see like anything. Like, I'm just surprised that they didn't offer that. Like, it just looks like if you're not on your phone doing something to pass the time away, you're just literally looking at the four walls. So, that just part threw me. I don't know. I guess because the nurturing part of me, like I have a good imagination and I can insert myself in different places. And my brain is saying, if I had this show and I had, musicians that were hidden in dressing rooms and I knew it was going to be for hours, I would have stuff in there that's entertaining to them, whether it's an arcade pinball machine, a TV, some really nice sound system with headphones, something, even the game of Twister, something, just to keep them occupied, and like a comfortable sofa. I don't know if I saw a sofa in there or if it was just a regular chair or not, but you know the idea I'm talking about. So I'm thinking of Diana, like, she should never have been bored. But anyway, that's just me talking out loud because I am honest. Tell me if you agree. Tell me if you're like, dang, they didn't provide anything to keep her occupied and entertained. I just want to know. I can't be the only one that thinks that. Come on, people. But nonetheless, I just had to say that. But the fact that she's got to the finale, um, that's just amazing because I would imagine none of the contestants knew how far they would get. They just tried to disguise their voice, do their best, and hope that they get further and further and further. So here you go. All right, so let's get back to it. All right, it's almost over, which is sad.
Смотрите. Где ваш фокус внимания? Ладно, в общем, волнуюсь сделать что-то не так. Хотя, казалось бы, уже финал, как бы, что вообще? Можно вообще быть собой. Но нет. Нет. Пожелайте мне удачи. Хотя, зачем?
Ой, как красиво!
А сейчас вы попытаетесь угадать, кто управляет аватаром жар-птицы. Дорогие судьи, назовите ту версию, которую вы вписали в протокол.
Ани Лорак,
Аннет Сай.
Марина Кравец.
Малиса Мон. Писала моя Мишель, Татьяна Ткачук.
Не знаю. Не знаю.
I don't know that.
О, какая красота! Это победительница шоу «Ты супер», участница шоу «Must Go On», участница шоу «Маска».
Как ты смогла это
Открытие
сделать?
телеканала НТВ Диана Анкудинова. Веселые, крутые, искрометные, юморные, классные. Пусть таким же будет наступающий 2025 год. Это был финал нереального шоу «Аватар» на НТВ. С наступающим! Увидимся в следующем году! Ура!
Какой феерический получился финал. Такие феерические версии, невероятные эмоции. Мне кажется, что все присутствующие были в шоке.
Наконец-то я им финальный
По крайней мере, и мы были в шоке, и вы были в шоке. Мне кажется,
And there you have it, people. Shout out to Konstantin Vagias. All right, Quote Stars, you got a whole family involved. Thank you for the subtitles and everything, because I needed it 1,000% each episode. So thank you for that. Well, the bittersweetness has ended to just sweetness, because I got to see the reveal of the finale. That shock, that is priceless. It's priceless. The look on all the judges' faces. Everybody was shocked, especially my favorite judge, the I don't know judge, because that would have been me. I would be like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not even going to guess. I just don't know. That would have been me. So that's my favorite judge, the I don't know guy. It was beautiful to see the whole transformation, the behind the scenes, the anticipation as each episode went by, and she's like, wow, I'm still here. And then finally the reveal. I wonder how it felt for her when she got to come out and show who she is, because being secretive for so long, and all of a sudden you're like, surprise, and I wondered if that instant transition where everybody now sees you felt weird for her just for a moment. You know what I mean? Because she's no longer has to be like secretive and in hiding. Wow, fascinating. I give her credit. Like, I probably would have went nuts just being in that dressing room for hours. She was just bored. I would have been like banging on doors like, can the guy get a TV? I'm very vocal like that. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Again, thank you everybody for being part of the journey with me. It's been a joy to see her out of her element, but in her element at the same time. She was still providing class, amazing vocals, but seeing her fun side. You don't often get to see very iconic musicians be lighthearted. You know, there are some musicians out there in the world, let's not lie, that are so uppity and into themselves that they wouldn't even dare do something like this. So I give extra applause to the ones that do. It's okay to be silly because we're human. We're not supposed to always be serious. So I'm so happy and thankful that Diana Ankudinova is someone she's always serious, but she always has a lighthearted side or a serious side. You know, depends on the part. She's living life and she's enjoying life. And I can understand why she has such an amazing fan base. And I'm glad to be a part of it. Okay. Thank everybody for the journey. There is no grading or passing on this because this has been a totally different experience in a fun way. Sadly, it is ended. So the next time I react to Diana Ankudinova will be her back to being herself and a song that she performs. Let me know a song that you would possibly like me to react to. If you want it put to the front of the line and to get a quicker reaction rather, then check out over there. I only charge $10 for a song request or $5 if you're a paid Patreon member of mine. So check that out on my Patreon for the 2 tiers that I have. All right. Thanks again, everybody. I wish you well. I hope that you all have the day that you deserve, and I want you to take it easy and keep it breezy.